Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Chris from Blue Earth Flies. Today we're spinning up a streamer pattern that I have been playing around with the last couple days. Nothing earth-shattering creativity-wise, just something that I think that's going to be fairly effective. So for the tail, we're just using Barred Marabou, and then for the body here, we're going to palmer some polar chenille all the way up to the eye of the hook. We're pretty close to. We do want to leave ourselves some space here because we're going to veil some of this marabou over it. You could palmer it if you want. It'll give you the same look probably, but I like doing it that way. So, and then we'll throw a whip finish in, and then we're gonna go ahead and clean it up, and we'll drop it out of the vise and throw in a Ahrex TP610 in a size 1/0. We're gonna lay down some dumbbell eyes here. Important thing with dumbbell eyes is just keeping the orientation specific to the way you want the hook point to be. In this case, down. So we're gonna put the dumbbell eyes on the bottom of the hook shank. And then I'm just using Senyo's Intruder wire with some craft store beads. I find 3 works best in fouling prevention, just so you're not casting a meatball. And then for the first material that's going to go on this hook here, we're going to lay down some more of that marabou, but we're going to just keep it on top of the hook shank for this part here. Once you get that caught in, trim it out, and then we're going to lay down some more polar chenille, and we're going to work that pretty close to the eyes here. We do want to leave ourselves a little bit of space here because this is going to be the last section of marabou, and we're going to go ahead and do the same thing we did on the rear hook where we veil it across the front, keeping that 360 coverage around the hook shank there. Then we'll clean that up, lay down some glue, secure everything, and then we're going to work in our deer hair now. So we're going to do a section on top. You want to give yourself a pretty healthy clump for both the top and the bottom, and really pull tight on that thread because we want to keep it tight. And then we want to work that thread forward to the front of the eyes, keeping it as close to the eyes as possible. And then for this last section here, we'll go ahead and spin this on the front. And then you really want to pull that thread tight towards the eyes, and that's going to keep everything locked in place and keep it pushed back as far as possible. Fair warning here, I'm not an expert by any means when it comes to trimming deer hair. So the biggest thing I think that I've learned over time is just, do a little bit at a time. You can always do more, but you can never go back once you've already made those cuts. So work it, take your time, get the shape you want. And don't worry if it's not perfect. Move on to the next one. You're going to get better the more you do it. So that's about it. Appreciate it. Thanks.